Colville tribal member, Angelena Campabasso, who's a vendor. And so, Angelena, this is the first Pauline Flett Middle School powwow. Why do you think it's important that they do something like this?
Well, Pauline Flett was a very well-known elder, and she kept the Insulchine Salish alive and taught classes for adults to babes. And this school is absolutely amazing. I heard it was like $10 million, and they built it and named it after her to honor her. And I wish this school was here when my kids were young, and for them to do a powwow like this in honor of her and her memory, I think it's absolutely amazing. And I think they should do it here every year.
That'd be nice.
It's amazing. The space is gorgeous, and I think every year would just get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it really looked like everybody had a good time and there was plenty of food.
Yes, and then all the school kids were so amazing. They had Pauline Flett t-shirts, and they ran around and serviced everybody, the elders, and it was just very pleasant and beautiful facility.
Yeah, what do you think was the best part of the powwow for you?
Seeing the grand entry, of course, that's always my favorite, and the powerful drumming, and my sister Vanessa and my niece were dancing here, and then your beautiful Margot, to see you guys in your outfits, and just to see everybody dressed in their regalia and having a good time. And I'm always friends with all the vendors. We always seem to be at the same events, and so it's always fun.
It was a long time in the making. Did you think you'd ever see that? Did you ever think you'd ever see a day that one of the biggest schools in Spokane was named after an Indian woman?
No, and it's about time.
Wow. How does that make you feel?
Very proud. Yeah.
I think we make a work on a Lucy Covington Longhouse out of Eastern now. What do you think?
Yes, and we have her painting at the Healing Lodge.
Nice.
So I think they're still considering buying that painting of Lucy to put in the new Lucy Covington facility at Eastern Campus. And of course, I'm alumni.
Oh, yeah.
Margot teaches there, so
Oh yeah. All right.
that needs to happen.
This is the first year for the powwow. How do you think it went?
I think it really went as expected, but still is amazing that it went so well.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of help from your student body. I was really surprised.
Yep. We had more kids than I expected, actually.
How many kids do you think all helped out with this?
Over 10, that's all I can say. I'm not sure exactly, though.
Yeah, that's good. What do you think was the best part about it for your school?
Maybe just how many people are amazed at this building and the lady it's named after.
Yeah, was it exciting for you?
Yeah, it was really exciting.
Yeah. What did you like the best about it all?
Maybe helping the elders out when it came to mealtime.
You know, that was really neat. I think you guys went out and served all the elders, and having people help them unload and just helping them over and over again. That was really a neat thing, you know, to have us. We don't always get that at powwows. And then have carrot cake. Oh, they never had a carrot cake at a powwow.
Carrot cake is really fun. Sad we ran out of carrot cake, though.
Yeah, well, you know, good things go fast.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. So, what do you think? Should we try and do this every year?
Yeah, I think that's also the goal that Dr. Henshaw mentioned when I talked to him earlier. And I would love to help out next year with the powwow.
Yeah, cool. What do you think about the powwow?
Oh, I thought it was great, and I do have to say the students who were helping out, they did a fabulous job. They were helping out the elders, they were helping out the vendors, they were just anything that you wanted. They were there to give you drinks. You know, the powwow was great. It was, you know, really a community powwow. I thought it was fabulous.
Oh, what about you? What did you think?
Absolutely. You know, just the being so welcomed by the school, the principal. I don't remember what the lady's name was. As vice principal, I don't know who else here, but I do know that the kids, by far, just amazing. Just making sure that we're taken care of, you know, and I'm just, it's been a really good experience.
What surprised you guys the most?
I would say, you know, the building, coming up here and seeing the building, and it's so beautiful, you know, and then seeing the map that shows the different classrooms, everything that's available for these students, I was really very impressed.
How about you? What surprised you the most?
You know, this is my first time being here. The entrance, walking into this cafeteria area and seeing how open it is, this stairway right behind you, that is like a centerpiece. I can see where people can go there and just kind of converse and commune right in that area. And also right up here where it shows the waterways up in this beautiful design. That is just absolutely a beautiful centerpiece for this school.
I think honestly, it's the kids, it's their enthusiasm, it's their willing to help, you know, and it's, you know, they're pretty much our future. So seeing how they were such a big part of the powwow was very impressive.
How about you?
The whole atmosphere was very welcoming. The kids, of course, I was thoroughly impressed. The powwow on the inside of that, the gym in there. I mean, everybody is so welcoming and fun.
Any suggestions for next year?
You know what? I think one of the big part of this too is that, you know, maybe a little bit more about the building, you know, talking about it, and because, you know, that is so impressive. You know, and that's the reason why we're here, because they named it after Pauline Flett. And then I think maybe telling a story about Pauline.
Yeah, maybe giving a tour or something?
Yeah.
Yes, a tour, maybe even, I don't know if they have, I haven't seen the whole school yet, but possibly a mural of Pauline Flett in a prime location where when the story is being told, they can see who this was built all about, you know, the story behind all of this. I think that would be amazing.
We're here today. We caught up with Dr. Henshaw, the principal here at Pauline Flett Middle School. You know, the powwow was something that took some doing. It was really quite the endeavor. You know, everybody I know that took part was really excited. They had a really good time. What were some of the main challenges that you had to overcome in order to make it happen?
Well, for our school, you know, when we were approached with this opportunity, it was really just a new learning for us. So from the ground up, we had never obviously put on a powwow ourselves, and we wanted to work with you all and the community to make this happen. So it was really that learning curve, and then finding out who we could work with in the community, which was easy in the sense that people started saying that they really did want to honor Pauline and be a part of this powwow.
Was this the first powwow you'd ever been to?
No, I did have an opportunity on the west side to attend a powwow when I was first starting my career, that's where I learned how special it really is and meaningful. So when we had the opportunity to think about doing that here and honor Pauline, we were all in.
That's really cool. You guys had a lot of kids that participated in the powwow. What was the best part of the powwow for you?
I would say twofold for me. One was being able to honor Pauline and help expand in our community the knowledge of what she did and the difference she made, and to see her family here and be able to again have her recognized in that way was really special. And the other would be our own students learning, and I'm not just about Pauline because we've been working on that, but just about the Native community. They live right here in town, they're going to school with each other, and just opening their eyes a little bit about what a powwow is and what it can mean. And I think that was just scratching the surface really to open the door for more conversation and learning.
Wow, that's a great answer. I really appreciate that, because you know they are the future, you know, and those guys being able to understand and connect really, you know, as Indian people makes us gives us hope, you know, we know we're such a small minority that there's so many things that we want to do. For instance, bringing the salmon back and bringing our culture and all those things. But a lot of those things we can't do by ourselves. And so it's really nice to see that the kids are all open to that. The volunteers, the kids were just amazing, man. They were all over the place. I did notice, and I did want to ask you, during the powwow, you were blanketed. What was that like for you?
That was amazing. And again, we just wanted to be a support for what was happening and not make it about us. We thought it was a really neat opportunity to use the school because we want it to be a community resource. And so to be honored ourselves for our small part in it was really special, and we're thankful. But really, we want to honor all the contributors and all the support. I mean, people came from out of the woodwork to support this and make sure it could happen. People volunteered their time, gave money, their expertise, and that really is what made this a successful powwow.
Excellent. So what are some of your hopes for next year?
We want to continue to get our students more involved and help them understand earlier on. We talked a little bit about even some of our high school students, Native students, and giving them leadership opportunities. So over time, they take more leadership and ownership of the powwow. Again, just a more opportunity for them. Maybe some we did one pre-event where some of the students were able to make some of the regalia for the powwow. We've talked about maybe doing some lessons to help students learn some of the dances and just be more communication to our own families that this is for them too, to come and learn. And some were not sure their role as, am I invited as a non-native person to come and participate? And the answer was yes. Everyone was very, there's the community dances and those pieces that I was learning about throughout our time to plan. And so being sooner, I think, having an opportunity to let folks know it is for the wider community as it is for the Native students.
We're out here with Michelle Lewis, the assistant principal at Pauline Flett Middle School, and really the person that rallied the troops and was behind the scenes. You did an amazing job with the students. The students were all over the place doing great things. Tell me a little bit about what your experience putting this powwow together was like.
It was amazing. So I would say the first thing when we started talking about the mission of the school, really a gathering place, was the first, it's in the first line of our mission statement, and really seeing that come together. You just walked in the building and you knew this was a place where a powwow needed to happen. I grew up, my family's Flathead, so I grew up going to Arlee every August, or every July, and so I've just always, the minute I walked in, I just knew I couldn't wait for drums. I couldn't wait to hear drums in this building, so.
That's great. You had some good participation from the school district. Tell me a little bit about that.
So the school district, Tamika Lemire and her crew were great in saying, what do you need? And anything that we needed, or coming up with ideas and doing the student support. So Tamika and her crew came in and did help students make their the ribbon skirts and going through all of that. So, and then just the sitting side by side and really while they were making their pieces and sewing, just getting all the history and all of that. You could just see the students kind of getting excited and seeing and having the life and really almost realizing they were really part of history and really understanding. So that was exciting. And then when we moved to the day of the event, it was just they got it. They were all in and they really understood they were here to serve, and that was their role, right? Because that's what you do, right? The youth serve. And it's like there wasn't a task that was too big, and there wasn't an ask that they couldn't meet, and they really came and did it, and they were fully embraced the experience. And that was the most exciting thing for me, is to kind of see this generation kind of getting the light bulb to see it doesn't have to be a big thing. You can make a difference, and serving and doing that with your community really is how you make that difference. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Sometimes they don't really understand. They think it's big because that's what they see on TV, or that's what gets in the news, and it's the small things. it's the small things, being of service, and understanding that that's what youth do.
Well, you, like I said, you rallied the troops. You guys did great things. We came out here, and not only were the youth out there serving food, but like you said, you did ribbon skirts. There was a whole station set up back here, giving away plants. Man, you guys had all sorts of things lined out that we weren't really expecting, which was really cool to see. Is there anything, what are your plans maybe for next year?
Well, we're going to begin early. I think at the beginning of the year, we really still didn't fully understand what we needed to do to kind of put it on and if we were going to be ready to do it last year. But now we know. And now, we've got a group of about 30 students who were here for almost the entire day who understand. So now we have enough energy. So students, we're going to start from the jump. We're going to start in September and getting that leadership group together and what can we do and how can you be of service and what went well, and really getting them through the understanding that how to organize and how to really be mindful about service, celebration, and kind of moving that. So we're going to start from the beginning. I think the other thing that was we can do is we'll start our doing some beading and teaching them other things. So it's not just the one-day workshop, but really kind of starting to teach them some of the craft and the art of some of the things that they saw. So that'll be exciting.
That is really exciting. That's great news. I'm really happy to hear that. I couldn't imagine, growing up in this area, a day when the public school systems would be embracing our culture. And that's really what this is. It's embracing our culture. You give us a lot of perspective already. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Not that I can think of. It's reflecting after a year now. It is amazing to think that we really are a step closer to becoming a gathering place and a place where people are going to, how exciting to think in 10 years it'll be like, May, it's time for the Pauline Flett Powwow, and just to think about how exciting that is, because it's a given in July in my family that you're at Arlie. So it's exciting to think that Pauline Flett will be a destination spot and an expectation to gather, celebrate, and just kind of continue all of that.
And it's such an honor for this school to be named after. For the Spokane School District, they have lots of choices on names they could have picked for this building. This is a $70 million facility, and it's a place where our young people come to learn and come to be together and be accepted. And then the principal, Mr. Henshaw, and his team do an amazing job. They have amazing teachers, and we're so proud of the work that they do. Jeff and I came and visited, and we were so impressed. All the design elements, from the Riverhawks to out in the hallway, they have elements of the Spokane and Columbia River. It's all honoring the Spokane tribal culture and Pauline Pascal